What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how much money I made within the past year wholesaling real estate. I'm going to break down month by month how much I made along with my joint venture partners in real estate wholesaling. And I just want to start off by saying I know 2020 wasn't the best year for us all. And unfortunately, the negative consequence or the negative effects of social media is that you can kind of compare yourself to other people's highlights on social media without seeing our lows. And so I just want to put this out here that I'm not trying to brag or do anything like that. I just want you all to use this as motivation so you all can find a way to find financial freedom or just get started in real estate. Another thing about this video I really want to bring out is that you can create a six-figure business in real estate through wholesaling, and that if I can do it, you can too. And I know a lot of my subscribers were asking for a complete breakdown of all the deals I made within the past year, and so this video is that exact topic. So if you all find any value in this video and you find that it encourages you to want to start wholesaling real estate, I ask that you subscribe to this channel as I teach you all more and more how to wholesale real estate, and look back at my other videos as I break down different wholesale deals in more details about specific deals. And I have a playlist down below in the description that you can look at about how I find sellers, how I find a buyer for a particular deal, and even how I find title companies. Also, if you all are interested in learning how to wholesale real estate A to Z, let's say you don't know much about it but you want a better understanding, and I know YouTube, there's videos all over the place. If you want a streamlined program where it teaches you A to Z how to wholesale real estate and all the videos are in one place, check my course down below where I teach you step by step how to wholesale real estate. All right, so let's get right into the video. By the way, my very first wholesale deal, I closed it in August of 2019. And so it's been over a year since I closed my first deal. And so 2020 was my first full year closing deals consistently. 2020, in the month of January, I actually made $0 in wholesale deals. I was still following up with sellers. I was, sending out mail and different things like that, but I just didn't get a deal. And that's when I really started driving for dollars in January, February, and March. And I was consistent with that, going at least 3 days a week for over an hour every single day of those 3 days a week. In February, I closed my first deal in 2020. So it actually came from a lead that I pulled from a data software website, just like ProfStream. If you all are interested in ProfStream, it offers you different data about motivated sellers. I'll put the link down below, and with my link you get a free 7-day trial where you get to explore the software to see how you can find motivated sellers. It was a vacant property. The renter moved out and the seller was just looking for a buyer, and they knew I followed up with him a couple of times, and so he actually came back to me because he did have a buyer in place, but he said, no, this other guy has been following up with me for months, so I'm going to give him a chance. And I was able to come through and find my cash buyer this very same day, and I closed a $8,000 wholesale deal. By the way, I'm going to go quick with these deals because I have different videos talking about these specific deals in depth. So if you all are interested, the playlist down below goes in detail about every single one of those deals, like how I found the seller, the different ups and downs in this situation with this particular deal. All right, so let's go to deal number 2. So deal number 2, I closed the next month in March. I closed it and I made $13,000, $200. So this was a vacant property. They were in the process of rehabbing their property, but they just didn't finish it. And it was just some different complications. And again, if you all are interested in those videos, link down below. And I made $13,200. I found a flipper who likes to flip properties. He actually closed with a hard money loan as opposed to cash. And he was able to, make a good amount of money. Now, my third deal of 2020 actually came the next month in April. So this was when the whole pandemic started to happen, and I was actually following up with a seller and they said my price was too low. But because of the pandemic, I was able to get back with her, and because their other buyer backed out because they blamed it on the pandemic, And so I was able to get back in there, send my original offer, and close the deal, and I made $15,000. In that same month of April, I closed my fourth deal of 2020. I actually joint ventured with another wholesaler. Basically, what that means is there are other wholesalers, competitors in your market, and sometimes you can't move a property, or this property is very particular that you need a big dog in town. And so I went to one of the biggest wholesalers in my town and I partnered with them. And so with this particular deal, the reason why I partnered with them was because it was a property that was fire damaged. It was a duplex property, and I just didn't have the right buyers for a fire damaged property. And so with this particular deal, we made around $16,000, a little bit over that. And so I was able to profit close to $10,000 for that particular deal, because my end was 60%, their end was 40%. And so for this deal, we'll just say $16,000 for right now, but remember, I got 60% of it. So the next deal we actually closed the next month, in the month of May, and this was another joint venture deal that I had. And this particular property was a tornado damaged property, and unfortunately, yeah, we had a tornado around this time, and on top of that, the pandemic was happening, so there was a lot of different things happening. And so with this particular deal, we were able to close on it and sell it to our cash buyer, and we made $11,000. And with this particular deal, we split it right in the middle, 50-50. So I profited $5,500 with this particular deal. So my next deal actually happened in July. So I was able to consistently, in a way, get deals for a couple months, but for some reason I wasn't able to close a deal in June. And I just want to bring that transparency to you all, that I had a slow month in the month of June. I don't know why, but I was able to get a property under contract. I think I put it under contract at $53,000 and I sold it for $54,000. So I made a whopping $1,000 from this deal. My next deal happened in the month of August. It was another lead that I was following up with a couple months, and I made around $5,100 for this particular deal. And then in the next month, in the month of September, I closed another joint venture deal. So we were able to profit close to, how much was that? I think our profit was $21,500, and we split that 50-50. So I was able to get $10,750 from this particular deal that happened in September. And the reason why I joint ventured on this deal was it was like a cabin style house. I wasn't so fond of the area. I knew it was a hot area, but it's just the style of the property, and I needed to find a cash buyer fast because I didn't want to keep on showing cash buyers, so I let someone else handle the disposition. So we profited $21,500. I took $10,750. So in the month of October, I closed my largest deal. So this deal, I was following up for probably a good 5 months with the seller, and this was a probate lead. So basically, this lead was a property that was inherited to someone, and I was able to negotiate a great price. It was in a hot area. Every cash buyer loves this area for rentals, for flips, and I knew I had a banging deal. And so I was able to get this property under contract at $58,000, and I sold it to my cash buyer for $78,000. So I profited $20,000 from this particular deal in the month of October. Month of November, I put a property under contract with someone else, my friend who's getting into the business that I'm sort of mentoring in this business, and we put the property under contract at $25,000. But there's just so many ups and downs with this deal, and we haven't closed, but we should be closing sometime soon, so I'm going to still include it. So with this deal, we should split a good profit, a decent profit of $8,000. You know, netting him his first deal $4,000, and my deal in my side $4,000. So we will profit $8,000 from this deal. So that puts the grand total for a year of wholesaling at $118,800. So what I took home was $92,550. So $118,800 for me and my joint ventures. That's how much revenue my business kind of generated, and then I took home around $93,000. So and that's from February till, you know, the start of this year. So that's within the 11 months. So we have another month to go, but That's what you can do also in your wholesaling business. You know, you can create a 6-figure business in real estate starting with wholesaling, and that's what I really want to bring out to you all, because if I can do it, you all can too. All right, you all, hope you all really enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe, like this video. I'm so pumped for 2021 and the awesome content that I have for you all, so stay tuned, and I hope you all have a happy new year, and I'll talk to you all later.